Hey Gemini, this is your reading for the month of July. The way I like to do this is I start off with telling you a vision I had during my meditation time. And then from there, I'll go into tarot and then oracle cards as guided. But yeah, so this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. I'll go ahead and put in the description box below the decks I use in this reading. But yeah, so the way it was for you guys was in the vision, it was almost like, it was like a top or like a paper spinner thing almost, you know, and it had like multiple pictures. But then when it was spun, like on each side, then when it was spun, it made like a completely different combined image. So I don't know, like if you've seen those kind of things, usually they're like the things on the pencils that kind of like make an image, but this one was different. It wasn't like it was a moving image per se. It was just combined all together with all the different pictures. It made a different image, which, I mean, that kind of fits some of your latest readings, messages that I've been getting in the last few months. So if it's going in that direction, I mean, I can say right now what it would mean, but I kind of just want to delve into the cards anyways. But yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm forgetting. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to start doing it differently with everybody. This month it's been kind of mixed, but, I'm going to try to do an energy check first for the month, and then, just kind of an action plan, like what's going on with you guys for the month of July. Also, what I want to do is, oh yeah, so I'll have in the description box below, there's a link I'll put in there where you can look and basically check out the rest of your chart as far as what signs you have in your different planet positions for your chart. That way you can check out other signs, like maybe, because this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, also Mercury, Mars, or Venus. Like any of those placements, if you have Gemini, this could be resonating for you, but especially Sun, Moon, and Rising. But as you check the rest of your chart, it's a free site you can use that I'm going to put the link. As you check the rest of your chart, then you can kind of get a better picture. Usually Sun, Moon, and Rising is super big predictors, but Venus and Mercury are also pretty decent. So yeah, let's get started with, let's see, I want to do the energy check with, I guess we'll do the energy check with this guy. I was going to do it with that, but I guess we're going to do it with this one. So, yes. Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Gemini for the month of July? Also, I was really feeling guided to use both Queen of the Moon Oracle and Tarot of Moon Garden for you guys, which I don't think usually I've been really big about either of those for Gemini. So I don't know, maybe if you guys have Cancer as well in your chart, you may want to check out Cancer's reading. Cancer got a birthday reading this month, so it's more extensive as well, like more than typical for the signs that I do usually. Well, other than birthday signs, birthday ones get that, yeah. Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Gemini, especially in regards to the vision so far, for the month of July? What does Gemini need to hear? What's the energy looking like for Gemini for the month of July? I'm going to do your energy and what you're coming up to. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm toying around with changing a little bit the process, not the process, but the style and like how I do my readings right now. So there may be some shifts here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and say, this is your energy. Just leave it at 2, yeah. And then this is the energy you're coming up to. Whether it's outside of yourself, what you're dealing with, people, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll see. So your energy seems hopeful, but also balancing things. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I'm looking at the star, but I'm seeing Temperance card. So some of you guys also could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius in your charts. Or in general, it's just an element of you're taking this hope place and this place of hoping in yourself, or not in yourself only, but in your circumstance, and you know, this path wherever you are right now. And you're jumping into it with the mindset of, okay, I need to balance this, I need to do this. And as I do these things, as I balance these things out, as I create a new circumstance for myself or combine things that might not seem like they go together to make something new, as I do that, all these things I've been hoping for will start coming into fruition. So I really feel that for you guys, especially like, yeah, there's different colors here. So it really feels, and it's like rainbow here. So it really feels like you guys are like pouring into, I feel like just light and love in general, pouring into yourself and hope, but also balance. Like you're saying, you're really trying to pour, excuse me, different facets of yourself into maybe some of you guys even a project. I mean, this is 4 of coins, so you're like holding on to something. It could be, as far as a project, it could be a business thing, financial, but in general, it could just be the energy of like you're holding on, and it's with this hope that you're holding on. So, and it seems like a really good, healthy energy of holding on with that hope, but it's that hope of understanding what you need to do to balance things. So it really feels like, I mean, that's a really good place. And some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn. I mean, you got the Capricorn sign here. But regardless, like, or has Capricorn in your charts, but regardless, it's like you're holding on to this. You're holding on to something. And some of you guys, it's like in holding on to something, you might be showing others what you have to offer. See how he's like doing that? It's like you're showing others what you have to offer. And as you're doing that, some of you may be needing to let go of something, or you may be trying to sell something off. Maybe you guys are, let's see, anything about movement here? Possibly, but not really. But some of you guys, even still, like you might be trying to sell something, sell an opportunity, sell an idea. But as you do that, like you realize, you know, you have to have the hope in it too. You can't sell something that you don't believe in. So some of you guys may also just be trying to sell your idea, to sell your, whether it's an actual sales, like get someone to pay you for an idea you have, or just sell your idea, you know, getting people to jump on board with you and support you, or, you know, just sharing it. But it's this idea that you need to have that balance and that hope, and that's what you're doing. But you're just coming to that place right now that's like coming out and showing how much of this have you done before you're trying to sell it, you know, or before you're trying to share it with others. How much of this have you done? So it's like you're like holding on even tighter, kind of sometimes. Some people, some of you. So as far as the energy you're coming towards, it's influence in, there we go. Sorry, I didn't show any of these, but there you go. Influence in passionate, creative ventures, especially. It feels like as you do this, you get more confidence in yourself, that you're able to take on this place of, okay, I'm going to go forward and influence these endeavors, influence this project, or influence this passionate, creative endeavor. Some of you guys, it could even be a relationship situation, you know, I don't see cups here, but it still could be relational. You're just, you know, let me influence this. But altogether, it's a juggle to influence things. You know, you've been trying to influence things for a while. And it feels like some of you guys are trying to influence things, yet you're trying to also be like, it's like a guide. Like I see both a guide and I see like both an example. So it's like you want to be the guide to go forward and be the one to go in this uncharted territory. However, you also want to be an example of, oh, this is how you do it. Look at my energy. Like it's like a halo like that. It's like, this is what I have to put out there in order to be able to have this confidence to hold these up. So some of you guys may feel like it's a juggle. It's a juggle between options, not just options, but it's a juggle between, you know, businesses, jobs, you know, even like, you know, non-paying jobs, you know, as a mother, as, you know, a parent, you know, different roles that you have. It's a juggle. But regardless, you're coming in with this influence of you know, I'm going to influence the energies that way. And some of you guys kind of get stuck in your head in that you have this fiery influence and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this and you have to do this. But some of you guys kind of look off to the distance and kind of might be getting stuck in your head or stuck in emotional things, stuck in the mental. Yeah, the chessboard right here, stuck in the mental, stuck in the, okay, well, how do I make the right choice for this? How do I do this correctly? You know, what's the results, or what's the consequences or the cause and effect of if I make this move versus that move? And that creates that juggling energy as well. But you still feel like you have to be a leader here. Like some of you guys are trying to present yourselves. It really feels like what you're doing is, in one area you're presenting yourself and you're trying to build yourself to yourself, like to build your worth. So it's like, if you can sell yourself to yourself, then you can sell yourself to others type thing. But then you're taking that same energy and you're like applying it to this other area. And some of you guys, I do really feel like it's a parental role, or maybe even relationship versus parental role, like maybe romantic stuff, things like that. But it seems like in some ways, sometimes you might be hindered. Again, like I said, just like the mental here, you might be hindered with this influence in the mental and the verbal of the, okay, well, I need to put down boundaries. I can't just go really quick like this, because I need to start putting down boundaries for myself. I need to maybe tell people what I'm doing. Maybe it's a matter of like, you have all this stuff, you have this thing, you want to juggle all this stuff. And it's like, you have so much gung-ho, like this energy in yourself. But then it's like, you need to let other people know the boundaries so that you're not, one, stepping on other people's boundaries, but you're not getting mad at other people stepping on yours because you didn't let them know. So it seems like in some ways you're kind of like holding back a little bit, both because of this, okay, well, what am I doing here? Like, is this okay? And then you do come here and then you kind of come back to here where it's like, okay, now I need to set down the boundaries. Maybe that's what I was feeling here, but I wasn't sure what it was. I wasn't labeling it for myself, but now I'm deciding I need to set down boundaries. Another thing is, you could also be dealing with another energy, maybe an air sign, a Libra, perhaps, but just that kind of energy of, okay, we need to set down boundaries. So some of you guys might be in a partnership situation. It could be relational, romantic, it could be familial, it could be, you know, business. This is the business more, but it could be any of those. And it's like, your energy is this gung-ho, let me juggle. And this is the energy of, okay, well, let me, you know, we need to set down boundaries. We need to know what we're doing. And there might be a clashing between you and another person in these endeavors that you're dealing with. Also, I mean, you could be accessing or connecting with Capricorn energy because a Capricorn sign, and, you know, when you're juggling, yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm missing in this, but that's kind of what I'm getting as far as that goes. That's the energies coming in. Let's just jump in. I think I just wanted to pull 3 cards, 3 or 4. We'll see. Oh, I didn't shuffle these yet. As far as just action steps, what you should be working on dealing with in July. Oh, wait, hold on, before I do this. So far, based off that, yeah, it's the full picture situation. It's like, as far as the vision goes, it's like, okay, well, you can see this moment and you can see this moment, but it's a matter of when they all come together, it's a totally different picture. And it doesn't mean it's less or more or anything to see one versus the other. It's just a matter of appreciating it all in its whole. And then even this, knowing what it takes, like knowing that it's almost like what is it? The phrase, what is it? Fear isn't like, was it courage? Courage, fearlessness, courage. Courage? I think it's courage. What courage isn't like the absence of fear. Courage is just feeling the fear and going forward anyways. It's like this. It's like you might feel the fear, but it's like if you not feel the fear, but, you know, start trying to decide, okay, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. I'm not sure if I can go forward. If you do that, then you hinder yourself. However, if you feel all that, you feel all this, and you still are like, okay, well, I'm still going to go forward, then regardless, even if you're met with this other energy going, you know, like not confronting you, but basically kind of going opposite direction, whether it's inside of you or you know, someone you're working with, regardless, you'll at least come to that meeting point to where you come to a place of, okay, this is how we need to deal with things, or maybe we need to change things up. But if you never even go forward here, then you don't meet this, and then nothing happens. I mean, maybe it is. It's like nothing gets happened. Takes away the power out of you. It says, okay, well, it's happening anyways, and I'm outside of it. So some of you guys might be feeling like you're outside of it, or, you know, you're taking away your responsibility from it, not because you actually don't have the responsibility in it. However, you're kind of almost being like, this is going to happen anyways, or this isn't going to happen anyways. And it's like, maybe even though you have this fiery energy, some of you might be questioning. That's why you come to this place of questioning your role in it, your validity in it, and if this is going to happen with you, without you, or if it's just going to happen anyways and you have no role. It's almost like, I don't know how to explain, but it's almost like basically, I feel like in some ways you might see this figure as more prominent. So even though you have this super fiery energy, you not even see, maybe you feel the figure is more prominent. Even when you have this fiery energy and you're going forward and you're going through all this power and everything, when you come to this, it's like you might be questioning, like, well, where do I stand? Am I fire? Am I air? Am I like in my mind? Am I earth? What am I coming out with? What am I pushing forward? What is my, I mean, it's balancing all these different colors. It's a balance. It's, remember, like in the vision, you know, it's each different picture combines to be a totally different image. So it's like, instead of being like, well, which one am I? It's knowing that you are bringing this whole force. So just because you're confronting one person or one energy that's like going against that, it doesn't mean that those forces are wrong. It just means there might be some recalibrating needed in order to work together. But that doesn't mean going back on your stuff. And, you know, you just still keep your boundaries. Keep your boundaries. Know that you've worked hard. You've brought all this, and work together with them. Don't see them as an enemy, but just try to see things for, try to see you for who you are when you confront them. You know, you're not someone to be disappearing in your energy, whether that's a person, like I said, or just an energy in your life of, this needs to look this way and this boundary needs to be set. Just because you have to set boundaries, it doesn't mean you're on the wrong track. It just means that, and it doesn't mean you need to lose your momentum either. Okay, Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Gemini for the month of July, especially in regards to the reading so far? What's the action plan? What does Gemini need to be dealing with, working on in order to fulfill all this for July? What does Gemini need to do? I mean, I think it's pretty clear already, but that's why I think I'm just going to put like 3 cards. What does Gemini need to do? I think 3 or 4, but it should be pretty clear at this point. Oh, and also the bottom of this deck, so just to show you the theme, is, let's see, Ace of Swords. So yeah, so a new thought pattern, a new way to think, a new way to communicate. So instead of confronting this and being like, oh, okay, this was all bad, or losing your momentum, you know, a new way to keep going and still work together with this energy or this person, you know? So that's super cool. And understand you wield this power. Like it's you. It's not that this isn't you. Even this, if this is a teamwork thing, this is part of your guys' creation, this energy that this person's putting, because you guys are working together. If this is a you thing, and this is just a part of you and an energy in yourself you confront, that's still, it's part of you. You work together with it. You don't just say, oh, like cognitive dissonance, where this one comes against you and now all of this is not valid anymore. That's not how it is. This was built for a reason. This is part of this rainbow here. So 3 or 4. Oh no, let's see. trying to decide if I do 4 here. Kind of feel 4. I'll do 4. Okay. So, lovers, some of you guys, this is a connection, a partnership. Some of you guys, it's also a path, a choice. One of the things about the Lovers card is it's a path. It's like understanding that if you take this choice, you make this choice, you go this way and you get this different results. If you go this way, you go make this different, get these different results. But either way, you can't stand on the fence, because that in a way is its own choice. It's stagnant. So it's like you're not standing on the fence anymore, and you're not letting yourself stop yourself, or whoever this is stop you. It's you come together. Either come together or recalibrate, but regardless, if this is somebody else, you stay true to yourself. You just adjust things. I do really see an element of path here. So again, it's embracing the path. So with this energy, whether this is you or someone else, you embrace this path. And if this is someone else, if this is a romantic thing or a, partnership, again, embrace the path. Embrace that this is something you're doing together, that both of you guys are needed in this final outcome. It's not a you or them alone. It's not a I'm going to decide, between two things, because that's what it seems like you're going. You're trying to decide, and the decision needs to be just to change the mode, change the action, to move in the emotional and the passionate. Like, keep your passion, keep your drive, keep going. Like, that's what Knight of Cups is. It's like this, it's movement forward. I mean, this is all forward, and this is stagnant. I mean, this is slower, and this does happen when you go into your mind and you question, you slow things down, but you don't have to do that. So you can go in that momentum, keep that momentum, confront this, but come with go into it with a place of, like you have something to offer both. Like, it's almost like, usually this card, it looks like they're turning away. So it almost looks like they're beggars, but it usually feels like they can't really access that. For this reading for you guys, it feels like you can. So it feels like you glean from each other. Instead of saying, oh, well, they're going to help me and I'm going to lose myself. It's they're going to help me, and they're going to, this energy, whatever, if it's a person or yourself, this energy is going to help me, and it's going to help combine into a different picture where we're all together, better than what we were before we came together. So again, it's 5 of Pentacles, but it feels like a being open to, if maybe even some of you might be encountering a part of yourself that's trying to set down boundaries. And it's like you go with this, okay, I'm going to do this, I have so much to juggle. And then you encounter this part of you that's like, no, we got to set down boundaries. And it's like, okay, well, it's not one or the other. Then you look and you say, maybe I do need to set down boundaries, and I can still do these things, or I can still be true to myself at least, and maybe recalibrate what it is I am doing according to setting down boundaries. So you're better in the end with the combination of you and this energy in you, or this other person. The creation comes out better in the end, but it's a matter of, and some of you guys, it might be an issue of manners. Like, it's not right for me to ask of this. It's not right for me to accept this. I can't accept this. I don't need this. You guys might be in appropriation. I don't know. Trying to figure out, or trying to follow what you think should be and shouldn't be allowed for yourself, instead of just saying, okay, this is in my path, so we're going to combine and this is going to happen. So I hope that resonates for you guys. Oh yeah, I'm not done. I still have this. Hold on. Let's see. You know what? Or no, these cards are too big for me to do that. I was going to do the overhand, but they're too big. Right? They are, right? Well, kind of. Okay, let's do that. Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Gemini in regards to this reading and the vision so far? Everything you need to hear for July. There we go. What is that message? I haven't looked at it yet. Will. There you go. You have to have the will to survive. The will. It's like, if you lose it, you go on this, but you have to keep this energy and just maybe adjust things as needed. I mean, it's a different picture. It's multiple pictures at once. Her dress is both a dress and it's space at the same time. You have the phases of the moon. So it's like different things at different times, almost like that spinning thing. It's a different picture. You put it all together and you get a full moon. But you are holding it ultimately. You're holding all this. You're holding what you bring to the table. Don't let go of it. If you have to change it, you have to change it, but don't lose your momentum. So yeah, I hope that resonates for you guys. 13 Will. Let me see. I kind of have a feeling maybe I should read the book on Will. I don't usually like to read the books always, but let's go into it with Will. Let's see what you guys have here. So 13 is what I said. So it's waxing gibbous for Will. Decisions require action. There you go, making your decisions. Path. You are in control of your own decisions and life, no one else's. Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. So again, it's not you overpower them or they overpower you. It's working together, but respecting where you stand and respecting where this energy stands. I have the will to make the changes I need. Will feels like a very old-fashioned concept. In a modern world where it seems like everything is geared up to be as easy as possible or there is always someone else to blame, the idea of placing our personal will persistently into something seems quaint. When we decide we're going to change something in our lives, let's say a particularly negative pattern or bad habit, breaking the old way we do things can be difficult. The change requires a concentration of our will. We may want the change, but it is our will that insists we stay on the path to that change. Again, you stay on the path. If you confront this as showing that you need to change something, you do that. But if you don't stay on the path, you never would be confronting that in the first place. To be willful means we have the power of control over our own actions, and that will fires up the persistence we need to get what we want. Contrary to popular belief, in witchcraft traditions, practitioners do not interfere with another's free will. This means we do not cast spells upon people to influence their behavior. How do we get what we want instead? We cast on ourselves in line with our will, focusing carefully on what we would like in ourselves instead. For example, instead of casting a spell to get back your ex-boyfriend or our ex-boyfriend who doesn't want us by influencing his will to love us again, we more ethically cast upon ourselves for our ideal partner. This way we don't interfere with his free will, and if the ex is our ideal partner, he will return to us freely. If not, we have attracted someone new and better for us. Either way, win-win. To use our will productively, we should assess what we really want and make sure this is what we want to reach for. And then it says companion stone or metal that some of you guys might be needing right now is hematite. So hematite is generally it's a protective stone, and it gets rid of negative energies and cleanses energies. So if you guys feel drawn to look into hematite, I would suggest that. But yeah. So yeah, that is your guys' reading. I hope that resonated for you guys. Let me know in the comments if it did or not. My belief system is a bit different, so I know that book brought in witchcraft and stuff, and my belief system's kind of different. So that doesn't mean I really subscribe to those specifics. However, I do like taking a view on respecting different people's paths and where they are at different times. It's all a journey we're in with the universe, spirit, God, universe. So yes. But yeah, let me know if that resonated. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, I would suggest that you do, so you don't miss out on any notifications, new readings, stuff I put out, any new content. Also, if you share this, or if you feel guided to share this, if this spoke to you, feel free to share. It really helps my channel grow a ton. Also, let me see, am I forgetting anything? No, I'm not. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you.